The study of the Word of God is an important practice on the part of any child of God. We study to learn. We study to have better understanding. And we have been looking at how to deal with satanic operations. How to deal with satanic operations. Today, we want to get more into that. In understanding how to deal with satanic operation, it is important that we understand the person of Satan, his personality, his nature, and character. That will give you an edge in your dealing with satanic operations. Satan takes advantage of people simply because they don't know how he operates. They don't know his person. All that he does is rooted in his person. So I'm going to read to us from Ephesians chapter 6. We want to look at how Satan operates from this text. Ephesians chapter 6. Paul's epistle to the Ephesians. The very last words that he wrote to them. From verse 10. In addition, I beg your pardon, verse 10. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in his mighty power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Now, KJV calls it the wiles of the devil. I'm reading from the NIV, and he uses the word schemes. Satan has schemes. Satan is full of wiles. He uses wiles in attacking us, in fighting us, in his attempt to oppress and afflict us. He uses wiles. Satan's arsenal is full of wiles. And I want us to examine the word wiles for a moment. What does it mean? It means craftiness, cunningness. It also means ruse, device, or trick, or deceit. It also means guile. Satan is full of guile. He is treacherous. He uses manipulation. Satan manipulates. He's going this way. He starts from this point, but he's headed over there. If you don't know how he operates, he's going to take advantage of you. I tell people, don't be very welcoming for the devil when he tries to throw headache your way. Satan can start at headache and end at cancer of the brain. It is important that you know how to deal with him. We read earlier in our study in Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 27, neither give place to the devil. He is full of schemes, tricks, devices. craftiness and cunningness. I love a particular text. Paul the Apostle writing and he started talking about the cunning craftiness. I think it's Ephesians 4. Let me take you there quickly. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 14. Then we will no longer be infants, tossed back and forth by the waves, and blown here and there by every wind of teaching, and by the cunning and craftiness of people in their deceitful scheming. This is directly inspired by Satan. Cunning, craftiness, schemings. Part of what the enemy uses to oppress people is ignorance. He spreads ignorance. He spreads false knowledge in his bid to sell lies to us. So how does he do it? He ensures that the true knowledge of the word of God does not get out there. When we tell you to help us share these studies, it ensures that you don't find it important. There are people who need to hear this from time to time. Time to time, I meet people who are talking to me, Pastor, Satan, I have this attack, I have this, I have that. And they cannot see that the devil is trying to get them to become afraid. He knows that fear will paralyze your faith. It will paralyze your understanding. If you give room to fear, Satan knows there is nothing he can do about the authority that God has given to you. He's not competing with that authority. All he needs to do to you is to make you doubt that authority. Is to make you downplay the authority that you have been given. So he magnifies experiences. He begins to fight here and fight here. His intention is to get your attention, to shift your focus, to get you into fear zone, doubt zone. That's what he uses. He is trying to manipulate you, trying to get you to believe that he is that powerful, that he can get anyone. People talk like this, anybody can die, anybody can, such statements inspires fear, sows the seed of fear, brings you into a place where you start consenting to what the enemy is trying to sell to you. Don't give him place. Understand before you set out on anything that you want to do that Satan has wiles. He's going to come against you using schemes, using cunning craftiness, using devices. He will employ all kinds of things. I've seen in marriage of ministers, Satan comes, is not actually after your marriage, is after your ministry. Satan knows that once he cages your marriage, once he's able to enter to your marriage, he has already trapped your ministry. Don't get carried away by the misunderstanding and the challenges that you are having in your marriage. Get to the root of the matter. You are not fighting flesh and blood. You are wrestling with powers in the heavenly places. Their target is to trap your ministry. Don't give the devil that benefit. Don't give him attention. Don't fight the wrong enemy. Many people have lost battles because they don't understand what Paul the Apostle was talking about in Ephesians 6:10 and verse 11. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. We're going to take it from this place in a very short while.